Have you ever walked away from conversation, not because you were wrong or out of line, but simply feeling small, wondering to yourself, why do I always lose these battles? Even though you weren't loud, you weren't rude, and you didn't even do anything wrong? The truth is, respect isn't something you earn by raising your voice or overpowering the room with presence. It's earned through sharp, quiet precision, the kind that cuts through noise without ever needing to compete with it. There's a single sentence, just one line, that can instantly flip the power dynamic in any conversation. And what makes it so rare is that it's not aggressive, it's not manipulative, and it's almost never used, simply because most people are too busy defending themselves, proving themselves, or trying to come out on top. But before I give you that sentence, you need to understand why it's powerful. Because once someone attacks you with words, questions your intelligence, challenges your worth, or pokes at your insecurities, the natural reaction is to go into defense mode, to explain, to justify, to argue, to prove you're not what they say you are. And that's what 99% of people do. They rush to defend themselves, they panic, they scramble to restore their image. And in doing so, they give away all their control, all their power, and all their calm. But leaders, real leaders, they don't flinch, they don't react, and they certainly don't raise their voices. They remain centered, they breathe, and then they do something unexpected. They look the other person in the eye and calmly say 3 words, "You're absolutely right." And then, nothing. Just silence. No resistance, no anger, no long explanations. Just 3 words delivered with such composure that they shift the entire energy of the moment. Because while everyone else is trying to win the argument, the smart ones let the other person believe they've already won. And in that illusion, they quietly walk away holding the real leverage. Because what those words, "You're absolutely right," actually do is stop the emotional storm dead in its tracks. They disarm the ego in front of you, confuse the narrative, and create a strange moment of silence that makes the other person pause and wonder if maybe, just maybe, you know something they don't. And in that pause, in that quiet little gap, you hold all the power. So the next time someone criticizes you or throws a verbal jab meant to cut you down, don't rush to react. Pause, breathe, hold your center, look them straight in the eye, and say with full control, "You're absolutely right." Then say nothing else. Don't explain. Don't argue. Don't react. Just let the silence work for you, because more often than not, they'll begin to soften, to backpedal, or to second-guess their own words, and you'll realize that in staying calm, in choosing not to play their game, you just became the most powerful person in the room. And here's the real secret. Calm always leads. People are drawn to those who don't get rattled, who don't feel the need to prove anything, who don't raise their voices or chase validation, but instead stand grounded in their own presence. Because when you don't need to win, you've already won. So if you want instant respect, stop chasing it, stop fighting for it, and instead, speak this one sentence with quiet confidence, then walk away like you never needed the validation in the first place. Because the loudest one in the room is almost never the leader.